President Joe Biden on Tuesday confirmed that Americans were known to be among the hostages held by Hamas after its attack over the weekend, delivering an emotional and angry condemnation of terrorism and making clear he expected strong retaliation from Israel. The president gave a vivid account of atrocities committed by the militants and said that militants were innocent people. Biden said the currently known number of Americans killed is 14. The brutality of Hamas bloodlust brings to mind the worst attacks by ISIS. The 10-minute conversation appeared designed to ensure there was little daylight between the United States and Israel at a time of deep crisis. The president made no evasion about the attacks and did not call for any restraint in Israel's response, other than insisting that it abide by the rule of law, describing sheer evil of attack harsh terms. Biden warned other governments in region not to get involved. Fight to exploit situation. I have only one word: don't do it. Speaking earlier with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Biden offered his view on what the country's response might be like. I told him that if the United States went through what Israel went through, our response would be swift, decisive and overwhelming, Biden said from the state dining room. The acknowledgment that Americans were among those taken hostage by Hamas since the offensive began Saturday confirmed what administration officials had largely assumed but had not been made public until Biden's speech. Biden's national security advisor, Jake Sullivan, said later Tuesday ministration thought 20 or more Americans were believed to be missing in Israel, but that number did not necessarily reflect the number of hostages in Hamas custody. National Security Council spokesman John Kirby also told CNN that the White House is in active discussions with Israel to return home American citizens in Hamas custody. It's early days right now, and we don't have a lot of information about where they are, what condition they're being held in, whether they've been taken elsewhere. Wolf. And we have to remember that this is an active war zone that's making efforts to rescue the hostages very difficult, Kirby told CNN's Wolf Blitzer. Of course, develop options. We'll look at the possibilities, see how can get them back with their families. During his speech, Biden said he directed his team to share intelligence and deploy additional experts from across the U.S. government to consult and advise their Israeli counterparts on hostage rescue efforts. As president, I have no higher priority than the safety of Americans held hostage around the world, he said. The president also said he plans to ask Congress to provide more funding help Israel defend its land and people. He vowed that his administration would not allow Israel to run out of munitions and interceptors for its Iron Dome air defense system, which aims to fire rockets